I'd like to introduce.
Listen to the day by day, play by play. Day by day.
I'd like to introduce.
Listen to the day by play. Day by day.
I'd like to introduce.
Listen to the day by day, play by play. Day by day.
I'd like to introduce.
Listen to the day by day, play by play. Day by day, listen.
I'd like to introduce.
Listen to the day by day.
And we are live. Yes. Here we go. Yes. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Woo! Yes. Love that shit. What it do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whether you have nappy hair, straight hair, curls, cornrows, or curls. I fucked that up. But anyway, welcome to Day at Night. Happy Freaky Friday, everybody out there. It is officially Freaky Friday. And it is nighttime, so we are shooting day at night because you know what happens at night.
This is a.
Where's my joint? Where's my joint? Hold up. We got to do this right. We got to do this right.
Freaks come out at night. What? Freaks come out at night.
Kels, what's good, bro? Appreciate you for holding me accountable, per usual. Like I said, man, this is Freaky Friday. I got a good one tonight, man. I'm feeling good. I slept all goddamn day. I don't know why. I just slept all day. But nonetheless, we about to get into it. Don't know why my comments on IG aren't pulling up where we are on YouTube. But if you're watching on YouTube, IG, Twitch, those are the three that I'm on. I appreciate you for tuning in first and foremost. We about to have some fun tonight. Happy 10/17 day. I didn't realize until I was setting this up that it is 10/17 day.
I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a
Brick
dog,
Squad.
I'm a dog.
Brick Squad. I grew up on 10/17. Flocka, OJ, Juice, Frenchie, Slim. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up on that, and I love the number 10/17. I used to work at Publix, and anytime I rang up something and the total came to 10/17, I would say burr, and then white people would look at me like I was crazy. But anyway, it's 10/17 day. Happy 10/17 day to everybody. Happy Friday to everybody. We made it. We made it through the week, and we about to start off this weekend good. But first, we have to start off with not so good news, if you would. To start the show off, I would like to, by the way, if you're on IG, everything I'm going to put on the screen, you're not going to be able to see unless you're on YouTube. The YouTube link is in my bio. On that link tree, you can click there and go to YouTube if you want to see everything on screen. If not, if you just want to see my face and not, I have a picture up right now. So on IG, you might not even be able to see this picture that I have up because it's on IG and you can only see this. But if you're cool with that, stay where you at. I don't mind me no different, but the best viewing experience is definitely on YouTube. So I advise you to follow me over there. Follow me. But anyway, as you can see on the picture, RIP to D'Angelo. This is somebody who was definitely a part of a lot of millennial childhood, a lot of black millennial childhood, including mine. For those who may not know D'Angelo, he's like the godfather of neo soul, if you would. And a quick story about D'Angelo. He was 51 years old, by the way, which is very tragic. But a quick story about D'Angelo. The very first time I even seen D'Angelo, like I was at my aunt's house. I was probably like 9 or 10 years old, and she had on like, MTV Jams, 106 in Park, something that played music videos, because back in the day, music videos were everything. So she had on "How Does It Feel" by D'Angelo, and I remember walking in the house from playing outside, and I legit thought she was watching a porno. If you've never seen "How Does It Feel" music video by D'Angelo, check it out. He's not butt naked, but like from like his top of the crotch up, you know what I'm saying? And it's a dark background and he's oiled up. Pause. I'm just saying what the video is. But I thought my aunt was watching a porno. I was like, yo, why are you watching this nasty ass video? But it was a D'Angelo music video for "How Does It Feel." But anyway, RIP to D'Angelo, man. 51 years young. That's young. And I want to say this, man, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I've recently been, I've always taken my health serious, but like every year I tend to do something to contribute more towards that. Like I don't eat cereal no more. This year it was bread. I don't eat as much bread. I never keep a loaf of bread in my crib. I don't eat sandwiches like I used to, pizza, all that shit. Every here and there I do, but not like I used to. And I do that because I always want to contribute towards my health. And I just want to say, like, it's crazy how many, like, you know what I'm saying, like, young, and when I say young, I'm talking like 55 and under, 60 and under, young black men get sick or die or get cancer or all types of weird shit that's going on. Like, it's crazy out here. You know what I mean? Like, and with D'Angelo, he was young. I think he had pancreatic cancer. And, I was thinking just of the list of dudes that get sick and die over these health shits, man. It's crazy. Like, you had Chad Boswick, I think that's how you say his last name, the Black Panther. He died from cancer. Randy Moss recently had cancer. And these are dudes that are in good shape. You know what I'm saying? And they say that black men are more susceptible to catching certain illnesses and cancers and high cholesterol, high blood pressure. I don't think it's necessarily because we're black. I think because black people tend to have a certain lifestyle that gets passed down. I don't think it's just because you're black, you're, more vulnerable to high cholesterol. No, we eat a lot of pig. We eat a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that just gets passed down, and that's what leads to a lot of health problems. But, just me as a black man myself, I'm 30, and I see, these dudes catching cancer and dying at young ages and shit. I really like to, try to take my health serious, but it's scary. Strokes, heart attacks, it's like, damn. And don't get me wrong, our food here in America is bullshit, and that contributes to it a lot, but it's scary out here, man. I just say all that to say, do what you got to do, whether you're black, white, whatever, old, man, woman, just, do what you got to do to stay healthy out here, because, the lifestyle in America don't make it no easier, but it's crazy out here. D'Angelo, 51 years old, RP to him, condolences to the family. You know what I'm saying? This is the same year that his, Angie Stone, who's the mother of his child, she died just the same year. So you got a son out here who lost his mom and his dad in the same year. That's real tragic. So RIP to D'Angelo, man. He's definitely a part of a lot of our childhood. But yeah, like I said, that first music video was some freaky ass shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was like 10. I walked in the house. I was like, yo, what are you watching? Wait. Nope.
You some freaky ass nigga.
R.I.P., bro. All right, moving on. So we have two main topics for the night that we're talking about. Like I said, it's Freaky Friday. It's day and night. We know what happens at nighttime.
Freaks come out at night. What? Freaks come out at night.
But we're going to start off subtle. We're not going to go into the deep end just yet. That's going to be the second half of tonight's show. We're going to start off with this, man. So, again, if you're on IG, I'm putting up photos that you can't see right now because you only see a third of the screen. Your best viewing experience will be on YouTube, but you don't necessarily have to go. It's up to you. Just letting you know there's pictures up right now that you can't see. Ayesha Curry. All right, so we're going to get straight into it, man. So she's been circulating in the news for popping up on a podcast and saying the wrong shit again. You know how people be like, take mics away, take these podcast mics away from black people, or people in general say take the podcast mics away. Ayesha Curry is someone that really needs to have her podcast mics taken away. I'm not gonna lie, she seriously needs to have she needs to not go on any other podcast, like for real. So I'm not gonna play the clip of what she spoke about because it's circulating pretty heavy amongst social media, but long story short, she said that she didn't really see herself or want to be a wife, a housewife, if you would. She saw herself as a career woman, a businesswoman. And she said, like, as far as being married and having kids, that wasn't in her plans. It kind of just happened. And she didn't sound too thrilled about that being the reality of her life. Now, this is the same person who a few years ago said that, she feels some type of way that she doesn't get attention from men, similar to what her husband Steph gets from women. She's like, I want to get attention from these dudes. That came a few months ago. It was a bad look. A lot of people got on her about that. So she doubled down. She spun the block on a podcast. The name of this podcast, Call Her Daddy, I think it is. She went on there and pretty much said that, yeah, like the host asked her, like, yeah, you had, like, how's it being a wife? And because she asked from a good spot, a good place, the host did, like, yo, how is it? And Ayesha was like, she took that opportunity to vent, like, yo, girl, I mean, I'm here, but it's kind of by force. I ain't want to be here out the gate. I ain't going to hold you. So that's pretty much like, to summarize what happened, how she came out and said. Now, I just want to say this based off of that whole spiel. I'm not going to bash her. I'm not even mad at her. I'm not. Am I mad at Steph? No. Because, I mean, listen, dudes do that all the time. And what I'm talking about is this. Not every woman is meant to be a wife. Like, we got to stop trying to fit circles and square pegs. And I'm not going to lie. I've been guilty, not trying to make someone my wife, but trying to make someone my girl just because I thought she looked good. That's a big misconception amongst men. We see a woman that looks good and we automatically think girlfriend or wife. Oh, she looks good. That's girlfriend or wife material because she looks good. That is some of the dumbest shit ever. Not everyone's meant to be a wife. Some women are meant to just look good and be whatever, a trophy, if that's what you want. It's some good looking side chicks out here. Some good looking 304s. It's some good looking prostitutes. Like, it's a lot of good looking women in this world, but that doesn't mean she's meant to be a wife. Now, Ayesha Curry, I'm not saying she's a 304. I'm not saying she's for the streets. Matter of fact, I am saying she's for the streets. Not necessarily that she's a whore. I just think that she would rather at least experience being in the streets. Where's my shit at? Hold on, y'all. My bad. Getting right to it. I got to set my joint up.
She belongs to the streets.
I think she'd rather be in the streets. I don't think that she would, like, necessarily. I mean, I think she kind of put it out there that she's here by force, which is cool. Dudes do it all the time. And not even going to lie, like, Steph kind of had a bad example. Yikes. Listen, this is day and night. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm a Sag too, so I keep it a buck. And for those who don't know, his dad and mom kind of went through something similar. Like, his mom stepped out on him, on his dad, and you know what I'm saying? And then his brother kind of went through a similar situation where he kind of got into it over a chick that belonged to the streets. Listen, that's Steph's wife. I'm not going to bash her, but her going on the pod and saying I didn't necessarily want to be a wife. I'm kind of just here by force. That spoke a lot. It spoke a lot. And we got to, as men, stop trying to make someone a wife just because she looks good. Put women through tests. Shit, they put us through tests. I'm pretty sure of it. Any ladies out there that want to comment on that? Do y'all put men through tests? I put women through tests. Absolutely. If it's a woman that's like, okay, she looks good, boom, check. That's the first thing as far as what we see with a woman. She looks good, okay, cool. We're attracted to her, cool, check. At least somewhat. Give me at least a 7.5, 6.5 out of 10, at least. Okay, cool. Second is personality. Okay, does she have the personality of someone who's calm, or does she have the personality of someone who wants to?
She belongs to the streets.
In the streets. Because once you find that out, you act accordingly. You don't have to cut someone. Now, if she's a bum, and when I call a woman a bum, I'm not talking about money, because we ain't looking at your money anyway. I'm talking about personality. It's a lot of pretty bums. So dudes try to wife a pretty bum and be surprised when they get bum ass results. No. We can't do that. Can't do that. Not every woman is meant to be a wife. You have to figure out what she is by putting her through tests. Don't think just because she look good, she's going to be a wife. Or she may look good and be someone who wants to be a wife, but that don't mean she know how to be a wife. Matter of fact, let's do this. What's the definition of a wife? What are the duties of a wife according to the Bible? Because I've had previous videos that have been controversial on my social media speaking about marriage according to a man. And the first thing that people like to throw out there is, well, according to the Bible. So let's ask Chat GPT, according to the Bible, what is a wife? Let's ask. And if y'all know, please feel free to drop a comment. Let's see what y'all talking about on IG. 100% being tested. Yeah, everyone's being tested for everything. You want to know what's crazy? Women will even test you to see if you tricking. Now that I think about it, I remember this one chick I bagged when I used to work at the mall, and me and her still cool to this day. Like, we still cool to this day. But I bagged her at the mall, right? And that day we went out for dinner. I mean, not for dinner. That day we went to I'm like 20 years old, 21, 22. That day we went to the food court for lunch. So we get to the food court, right? And I'm like, okay, what do you want to eat? She was like, well, what are you buying me? That was a test. But me being me, I said, well, I'm buying Chick-fil-A. Whatever you buy, we can eat together and go from there. She chuckled, was like, okay, cool, I got you. She put me through the test. Now, if she would have said, what do you buy me? I'd say, whatever you want. That would have that butterfly effect, that would have completely changed our relationship. Like I said, we cool to this day. But she don't try me for no trick or for no sucker ass Nick. She don't try me for that. Cause I passed the test off bucks. We gotta put people through tests. Everyone gets put through tests. You gotta get put through tests to see if the person's a trick, a 304 for the streets, a side joint, a wifey, a friend. It's tests all across the board. Let's not act surprised out here. It's tests. Now, Ayesha was Steph's high school sweetheart. I'm pretty sure they were high school sweethearts. So that's different. You can't really put certain tests to women who are in teens or whatever. From that point, she has to kind of be like, okay, I want to be this man's wife. And then go through the procedures of becoming a wife. A great example of this is, what's LeBron's wife's name? Savannah. A lot of people use her as a perfect example as a wife, a good wife, especially to someone who has a high caliber as LeBron, because she don't go on podcasts talking about stuff she want attentions from other dudes. She ain't really want to be a wife. Nah, if you ask me, just from the outside looking in, she looks like she thoroughly enjoys the task of being LeBron's wife and being the mother to LeBron's kids. And you can see that. You can't fake that. Do people say the same about Ayesha? No, because we see, hear, and feel the complete opposite. So shout out to Savannah and women that want to go through that. And LeBron and Steph both met their wives in high school. They both were high school sweethearts. Savannah didn't know how to be a wife in high school. Of course not. But she said, you know what? I'm going to take on the task of being this man's wife. I want to be the mother to his kids. I want to be a good wife to him. So I'm going to go through boot camp, wife training, wife boot camp. I'm going to go through that. Whether she went through personal experiences or learned from her mom or grandmother, I don't know. That's not up to me to say how you learn it, but just like a man has to go through certain experiences and things in life to learn how to become a man. Learning how to become a man, you're going to get fucked over. You're going to get your heart broken. You're going to get punched in your nose. Literally, you're not a real man until you get punched in your face. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to learn how to control your emotions, patience. It's things that you go through. Boot camp, man, boot camp to become a good man. Now become a husband and provider. That's even more boot camp. Now, if we're speaking as a woman, they have to go through that to become a wife. But regardless, she has to go into it with the intentions of thinking, I want to become this man's wife. I want to bear this man's children and be a good mother to his children. And Savannah is a great example of that. Applause to her. Now, Ayesha, we're getting the complete opposite. Vibes, if you would. So, keep your heart, 3 stacks, keep your heart. And people are like, why is Steph staying there? I don't know. She may lick his balls like no other. She may lick his balls from sun up to sundown. She may cook a good pot roast. Who knows? I don't know. And also, it's cheaper to keep her at this point. They're married. He has kids. If he leaves, he's going to get drained financially. QCB, what up? Savannah definitely enjoys her role as LeBron's wife and could care less about being in the spotlight. I agree. And that's big. That's big. If listen, man, if your wife or your woman wants to be in the spotlight more than you, then that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay, I asked ChatGPT, according to the Bible, what is a wife's duties? According to the Bible, a wife's role or duties aren't just about being servitude or submission. They're tied to mutual love, respect, and partnership within marriage. Let's break down what Scripture actually says. Genesis 2:18, quote, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him." It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him. And a helper doesn't just mean she on the side with her mouth closed, not doing nothing. No, a woman can feed into a man so many different ways. It's not just about being in the corner, being quiet. You can help in so many different ways, but it doesn't say being the leader of the man. It's being the helper of the man. I'm just going off of the Bible. Like I said, anytime this comes up on social media, the first thing people do is say, well, according to the Bible. So that's all I brought up. All right, we got our first caller tonight. Thanks for calling Day at Night. Who's this and where you calling from?
What's happening, bro? It's Markel, bro. I'm calling from Philly, dog.
Kels, my guy. What up, bro?
What's happening, Brody? Yo, so I seen you talking about Savannah and Ayesha, bro.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of things I thought about myself, bro.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I wouldn't give a fuck what my shorty saying on the end of that. Because one thing you can't do is control a woman's mouth. Because they gonna sink the ship regardless, right? You know what I'm saying? But if that foundation is strong, you know what I'm saying? Which, the way she licked the balls, it probably is. You know what I'm saying? So he probably don't even worry about that
she
shit.
Might make a mean pot roast. Yeah, and he, because he defends her he defends her on social media when she goes on there and says that.
Right. So, and then, you know, a woman like Savannah, she probably don't even want to be in the, you know what I mean? She don't want to, you know.
Now, here's the thing.
Listen, we might.
Go ahead.
I'm listening.
I was going to say, I'm like I said earlier, I'm outside looking in. And from the outside looking in, based off of what both of them have shared, it is complete opposites. Because Savannah has her podcast and she talks about it. She just had LeBron on. They talk about marriage. She talks about like she said she likes being a wife to LeBron James. So outside looking in, just based off of what we're fed, we have gotten complete opposites. Ayesha, I'm not saying Ayesha doesn't like being a wife now, but she made it clear that, listen.
I've definitely seen that.
Based off of what she said a couple of days ago and a couple of years ago, she's like, listen, I'm his wife. I'm the mother to his kids. I'm here. I'm doing it. Did I necessarily want to do it from the rip? No. Now, she didn't say if she still wants to. We don't know that. But she said she didn't want to do it from the rip, and she kind of has thoughts of like, well, I kind of want to have one foot in the street. She wants to get attention from other dudes. You know what it is,
too, yo?
What's up?
I could definitely appreciate the honesty, bro, because our shorties done told their friends worse about, you know what I'm saying, about whatever, you know what I'm saying? At least they get on the internet and say, I'm about to leave this, man. You feel me?
Well, yeah, that's a good point about her being honest, but I'm gonna ask you, just what is your opinion? Do you think this is like code for like, I would say this, would you be surprised one day if they got divorced? Based off of what we've been fed.
I wouldn't be surprised if anybody got divorced. You know what I'm saying? What reason would they get divorced? Who knows? But this day and age, man, we're gonna wake up tomorrow, somebody's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? This whole entire world is so indecisive, bro. Mac McClung just got signed for 3 hours, bro, to an NBA team, and bro been in the G League for 10 years. We live in the indecisive world, bro. This is the generation of indecisiveness. People think they want something, they don't want it. You know what I mean? Then they get in it, you know what I'm saying? Ayesha Curry, prime example. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because it's people. What she's been saying over these past few interviews, it's in her subconscious, clearly, right? She said, "Hey,
1,000%.
I want to get attention from other dudes. You know, I wanted to be. She said I wanted to be a career woman. You know, she intended for her life to be a career woman, not necessarily a wife with kids. She said this. So let me ask you this: say you're Steph, would you be like, listen, do it, go for it? We're not necessarily getting a divorce, but I'm kind of giving you. Would you kind of give her like a hard pass? Say, go for it. You want to kind of be in the streets a little bit.
Bro.
You want to be a career woman. go for it. Let's say a year or two. Go for it, whatever it is you want to do. Would you do that? Would you be cool with doing that if you were Steph?
Yeah, bro. Shoot, as me, I'd be cool with doing that, bro, because I'm gonna always let it be known, like, as much as you tell me you love me and all this other stuff, bro, in my opinion, you're not mine. It's just my turn. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and not that there's anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's out there for me. It's not even that, bro. It's you got free will. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing I want somebody to tell me is I held them back or I stopped you from doing any. Please don't let me stop you from doing nothing you want to do.
Because then she's going to resent you.
Don't. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing you ain't going to be able to say is, oh, you stopped me from doing, hey, listen, I ain't stopped you from doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to do that, you could do. I ain't stopping you. I damn sure ain't gonna beg nobody to be with me or be around. You know what I'm saying?
Joey called cap. Joey on IG said you capping.
Joey called cap. It's crazy, bro. Crazy, bro.
He said you capping right now. You want to let her do her thing.
That's crazy, bro. I mean, listen, bro. Not to say I wouldn't be hurt or nothing, bro, but I ain't gonna stop you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not to say, you know what I mean?
I don't think it's far-fetched if Steph were to be like, yo, do your thing. You have a year to be this career woman you want to be, get attention from dudes you want to get. Now, if you get smashed, that's another story. Then I don't know what the clauses are in that contract, but I would, if I was Steph, I'd be like, you know what?
They married, so.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I would be like, you know what? You have a year to do whatever it is the fuck you want to do. You want to get into the career field and bust your ass 9 to 5 at the least 40 hours a week. And then, you know what I'm saying, take care of the kids on top of that. And okay, but listen, since you want to do that, you ain't touching these M's that I'm making on the court. If that's the case, you got a whole year to live out your fantasies. Be on IG, post what you want to post on IG, get the attention from these dudes in the streets you want to get. You want to be in the streets?
She belongs to the streets.
Be that. I would give her a whole year to live that shit out. Go for the gusto, baby girl. Do what you got to do. And then we'll come to a conclusion after that year and see if you want to stay there. If you want to stay there, cool. I'll give you the keys to the kingdom. We can sign this paper. But if not, after that year, you come to your senses that what you really asking for is bullshit, then let's act the fuck accordingly.
I'm here for you.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, let's get back to the regularly scheduled program. You know what I'm saying?
My man Joey says sensational. I think I got that. Yeah, I do.
Sensational.
Joey,
you definitely do.
What up, Joey? What's good,
you definitely
man?
do. That's my guy. Shout out Bike Life Guns. You know what I'm saying? Bike Life brand. Make sure you check out his bio and all that stuff. Bike Life, you heard?
Absolutely. Well, listen.
If you ain't riding, what you doing?
Yeah, we're about to get into the second half of the show. I really want you to call.
Word. Keep doing your thing day by day. I'm a big fan, bro. I'm proud of you, man. It's a beautiful thing to watch, bro. Keep doing your thing. I'm tuned in, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I've been a little inconsistent with day and night, but I've realized that this is my baby. This is under Day by Day podcast. Podcasting is my shit, but one thing I've realized with anything that you have a creation of, you have to be able to evolve, and I've been stubborn with evolving. The live stream radio call-in thing, like I've been seeing it for a minute, but I've been hesitant because I've been trying to hold on to that old school podcast format, and I've realized that I have to.
Hey, listen,
evolve.
bro. The beautiful thing is, bro, we got time, bro. Got time, bro.
Absolutely.
And I'm rocking with you, my boy. I'm tuned in, Brody.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy this second half. Appreciate the call, bro.
You already know. I'm tuned in.
All right. Biz, my dog Biz, hold up, man. Let me my dog Biz. Hey, listen, man. This my guy right here, man. Shout out to Biz. Shout out to Nas. Shout out to D. Shout out to the podcast. Nothing But Discussion podcast, man. This my dog right here. It's my nephew right here. Biz, what up? Y'all better take care of the Cowboys. I know that much, but shout out to my dog Biz, man. So yeah. What it comes down to is this. Not every woman is meant to be a wife. Not every man is meant to be a husband. You have different roles of people. You have wives. You have mistresses. You have side joints. You have sex workers. And you have eaters.
Sensational.
Which brings us to our Freak of the Week. Now, this is Day at Night. This is Freaky Friday. So every Friday night, we will feature a Freak of the Week on the show. And tonight's Freak of the Week, this is actually her second time since I've done Day at Night making Freak of the Week. But Nonetheless, she has made it. Now, everyone on IG, I'm about to play a video that you will not be able to see. You can hear it, but you can't see. You'll be able to see it on YouTube. Now, to this week's Freak of the Week is none other than Cardi B. She recently did a podcast, the same podcast that Ayesha was on. I got to actually tune in, but she did an interview, and she realized something about men, and she shared her realization on this podcast. So let's get into this week's Freak of the Week, Cardi B, and let's react to this video. Let's get it.
Sucking dick is so important.
Sensational.
Oh shit. Can I run that back? Yeah, let's run that from the beginning. Cause she comes out the gates with nothing but bars.
Sucking dick is so important.
Yes.
I have gone in a rabbit hole. I didn't know how special are eaters to these men. These men have these girls on
And may the church say hallelujah.
their phone. Everybody has a eater. And I didn't know that. And then, like, you be like, are you so? And then you ask them, so if this girl suck your dick so good, why don't you marry them? And it's like, and they be like, I don't want to marry them. I don't really like them. I don't even know their birthday. I don't care about their last name. I just know that they're my favorite eater.
All right, so first and foremost, I want to know who spilled the beans to Cardi. Like, who the fuck is? It's certain things. Not everything needs to be shared with a woman. Like, yes, this is true. I found this on Twitter, and under the comments, it was a lot of women saying, "Oh my God, she's disgraceful." Da 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 da. And I said she's 100% right. At least for men who are capable of capturing an eater. Not every man has had a good suck session. Men who have had the mean sucks from an eater, how she's describing a woman who only eats, yes, we can relate, and she's 100% right. Not every man has, been able to experience this, and then not every woman is capable of possessing the skills of being an eater. But so far, she is right. I don't know who spilled the beans, but, they did. And, okay, but anyway, continue.
So when they suck my dick, they're the best at sucking my dick. And that's that.
Have you ever been someone's eater?
No. Well, I don't know.
So,
You know what's crazy? So, yeah, she's right. I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking of my most recent eater. My most recent eater out here in Charlotte, that's all it was. I've never seen this woman naked. I've never seen her without her clothes. I've only felt her esophagus. And her number in my phone was literally saved as throat goat. And she was a certified eater because she had no gag reflex. And yeah,
Sensational.
she was amazing. But again, how Cardi said, like, we may not know her birthday, we may not have sex. Yeah, me and her never had sex. I don't know her birthday. I don't know her last name. But she had no gag reflex, and she thoroughly enjoyed eating me. And, I've heard some women have that relationship as well. Ladies, if y'all can chime in and let us know. I'll get into that later. All right, continue the video.
true, you wouldn't know, I guess.
Well, the thing about it is sometimes people say that like their favorite eater is somebody that they just don't care. They just eat dick. And you know what? Sometimes they don't even fuck them. They just there to suck dick. But
Yo, this is true. Like, and some women who don't enjoy giving head, first and foremost, if you know what I'm saying, want to be a wife, you may want to reconsider that mindset. But some women just want to eat up. Just want to eat up. Yo, all right, since it's about to be Thanksgiving, 2 Thanksgivings ago, real quick, in Charlotte, 2 Thanksgivings ago, I'm in Charlotte. I didn't go back home to Maryland for the holidays, and I was fishing on my story, if you know what I mean. But I was fishing, and I was like, dang, somebody bring me a plate. And this one girl was like, all right, I'll bring you one. I was like, you for real? She's like, yeah. She brings me a plate. Long story short, we're talking, and she's bragging about how good she eats. And I'm not talking about a turkey. I'm talking about a chicken bone. She's bragging about how good she eats. So me, I'm playing it cool, but I'm like, okay, are you trying to prove a point today? Is that like what the point of like you telling me this is? And it was because she thoroughly just enjoyed eating. She brought me a plate and she ate. And we ain't knock boots. It was just eatage. And it was absolutely
sensational.
so, but she wasn't my eater. That was a one and done. My eater that I'm actually talking about, my most recent one at least, like, no, she was just thoroughly an eater. She enjoyed showing off that she had no gag reflex. It was crazy. But yeah, so far she's on point. All right, continue, Miss B.
They never forget about their favorite eater.
Nope.
Like their eater is always in the back of their mind. Even if you probably fucking them and sucking their dick, it's like, yeah, she's sucking my dick too. Good, but they're thinking about their eater.
Now, that's a good point, and I want to break that down. So she basically said that a man can be with a woman having sex, whether she's giving head or they knocking boots, and the man could be thinking about his eater. I'm gonna tell you what leads to that, ladies, and I'm only reacting to this and sharing this to put a lot of women on game, because a lot of women that want to be married and shit, and I'm just putting y'all on game. You ain't got to listen. What do I know, right? But anyway, yes, a man can be with a woman and thinking about his eater, thinking about his eater's mouth, but that's only if the woman he's with, if it feels like you're eating out of a chore because I've asked you to, but you don't really want to, then yes, I will think about my eater. But you can be okay at eating, but if you're at least passionate about it, you can be okay at it, but that passion automatically bumps you up about 3-4 points on a scale. You can be a 6 at eating, but if you're passionate about it, that's already an 8 or 9. So yeah, man could be with another woman and think about his favorite eater because she's doing it as a chore. No, eaters like doing it because they like eating. That's the whole point of it. So if we feel like you're being forced, then of course. Please continue, Ms. B.
Can you believe that? That's how important it is to know how to suck dick.
So you technically want to get to a point where you are wifey material with a background in eating.
Well, yes. And you will think.
She said, well, yes. Hey, Cardi, funny as shit. Hold on, run that back.
Suck dick.
So you technically want to get to a point where you are wifey material with a background in eating.
Well, yes.
Nani, what up? What in the world did I just walk into? You just walked into day and night on Friday, which means it's Freaky Friday and it's day and night. And you know what happens at night?
Freaks come out at night. What? Freaks come out at night.
That's what you just walked yourself into. Welcome. But no, I'm reacting to Cardi B. She's this week's Freak of the Week, and she's talking about the relationship between a man and his favorite eater. That's all it is.
And you will think, well, if he sees her so much, he probably got feelings for her. He probably loves her. Because why you keep going back to the same bitch? Do you know they don't even care if they're missing a leg? All they care about is their head.
They just...
She said they don't care if he's missing a leg. If she's missing a leg, we just care about the head. Now that's a stretch. My favorite eater can't be missing a leg personally. Ayesha, what it do? Okay, I'm exactly where I belong. Okay, Nani, that's what I'm talking about.
Sensational.
But anyway, Ayesha, what up? Missing a leg. Could my favorite eater be missing a leg? You know what? Actually, yes. Again, if her spirit is right and she has a good outlook on life, perspective on life, yes, my favorite eater could be missing a leg. Why not? I like trying shit at least once in life. God damn, we only live once. I like trying shit at least once. Why not? A midget is on my checklist. A one-leg chick is on my checklist. Now, full wheelchair, I don't know. That's a lot of work for me to do. I don't know. But one leg, we could work with that. That's like Deuce Bigelow. Remember on Deuce Bigelow when he was kissing the foot chick and it, boop, her leg popped off? Yeah, we could do one leg. All right, anyway, let's continue.
Want their dick sucked.
By that person.
Right.
Think, well, if he sees her so much, he probably got feelings for her. He probably loves her. Because why you keep going back to the same bitch? Do you know they don't even care if they're missing a leg? All they care about is their head.
They just want their dick sucked.
by that person.
And then what? They're just like, get out.
They'll be like, well, have a good day. You.
What you about to do?
Thank you, Mary.
Some girls just really want to eat.
Yeah.
Can
And
you believe that? They just want to eat.
and that's the thing. Some women have straight up oral fixation. Some women thoroughly enjoy doing it. Now, listen, ladies, I'm not saying if you don't, at some point enjoy giving your man fellatio that he, will look somewhere else to get it. Actually, that is what I'm saying. Continue, Cardi.
They just know they were born
to eat.
To eat. I swear to God, it's a weird science. I don't understand it because I never knew, but it's the truth.
How did you learn that you were the baby from Brenda?
I hear Brenda's got a.
What is this? Hold up. My bad. Just got a DM. All right, so which leads us to the question of the day. Again, if you were on IG, you can't see this. You know what? I'll put it on the screen so y'all can see it. This is the question of the day, IG. All right. Please try to make your way to YouTube so you can see the full screen. This is question of the day. Are eaters essential to mankind? This is day and night. Put your children away. Are eaters essential to mankind? I want women and men to answer. Whether you're an eater, whether you're not an eater, whether you're a man who's had an eater, whether you're a man who strives to have an eater one day. Are they essential to mankind? Please drop your answers in the comment box. I would like participation, ladies and gentlemen. You can drop a comment or you can call in 202-599-6992. Oh, wait, you know what, IG, I'm so sorry. I forgot to drop the call-in line. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me drop this. I mean, not IG, YouTube. Damn it. My bad, y'all. Let me drop this for y'all. 202-599-6992. Call-in line is open. There we go. All right, there you go, YouTube. 202-599-6992. Are eaters essential to mankind? What do y'all think? Let me know. Absolutely yes. Eat it up, or he will find someone else to do it. Satisfy that man, yes. And these are women. These are two women back to back who gave a yes. And if he don't get it from here, then he'll get it from there. These are two women that said this. You want to know what? You want to know who to ask if eaters are essential to life? I'm going to tell you who to ask. I'm going to tell you exactly. We'll get into it. But anyway, yes, they are essential. Because there's nothing. And see, I put getting ate up there with being cooked for. You know how women be like, you know how men be like, yo, can you cook? We don't say that because we hungry. Yeah, because we hungry. But that's really a gateway to our soul. And you know what else is right up there with that? Eatage. It's right up there with that. Do you know what a feeling of sitting back and getting ate and just looking down and just being like, yo, you really fuck with me. And then you're enjoying it? That's a double bump. Like this can't be life. That's what goes through my head. I'm like, yo, this can't be life. Like you thoroughly rock with me. That's crazy. I'd be like, yo, you thoroughly rock with me. Like it's no greater feeling. It is literally up there with having a home cooked meal for. Oh, wait, but for women too. I'm glad you said that. Essential to both, man. I'm glad y'all both said that because I was recently looking at an interview I did about 2 years ago with, I call her Portia the Pleaser. Her name is Portia. And she talks about how she's an eater and she gets off on that. She has oral fixation. She gets off on pleasuring others. So I called her Portia the Pleaser. And off camera, we were talking. And, I told her about my eater story. And she told me she has dudes that do the same thing. So, ladies, do y'all have eaters? Do women have eaters? Like where a dude, y'all might not even smash. He just literally pulls up to eat you? Is that a thing, women? Ladies, do y'all have that too? Because Portia, the woman who I'm talking about, she told me she has a dude that eats, and that's it. He'll pull up, eat, leave. He don't even beat or skeet. He just eat and leave. So do women have eaters too? Thanks for bringing that up. Nani and Ayesha, thank y'all for bringing that up. Essential to both. Thank y'all for bringing that up. Like, do y'all have a dude that y'all can, like it's only eatage, nothing else? Do y'all have that? Because like I said, men, we have it. I gave my eater stories. If you didn't hear it, you got to tune into the YouTube after it drops and rewind. But yeah, man. And again, the most important thing about an eater is that she enjoys doing it, bruh. And we can feel that. Matter of fact, let me do this. Matter of fact, did I okay, boom.
Some niggas is more freaks with they side.
So this was a viral clip that I had about, I don't know, this came out like 2 years ago. Shout out to Brooklyn. And we actually talked about this, where women think men get side chicks or eaters on the side just to feed our ego. No, it's because she thoroughly enjoys what she's doing. So this was a clip. It reminds me of, this was a clip from the podcast that dropped about 2 years ago with Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn. Great episode, great co-host. And we actually talked about it.
Some niggas is more freaks with they side bitch than they are with they real bitch.
No.
Yes.
Well, it depends on if
Yes.
she's nasty enough.
It's
It's
not
not on us. It's on the chick. No, it's on the chick.
Wait, hold up. AB, what up? If you don't have an orgasm while throating your man, you're not really into it. See, this is shit I'm talking about. Whoever your dude is,
Congratulations! Oh my God.
that's the shit I'm talking about. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's the point of this. That right there. Fuck. That's what I'm talking about.
Sensational.
God. Asia said, there's definitely men who are pleased from giving to. I feel like gender don't matter if you. Yo, what? I feel like gender don't matter. If you fuck with that person, you're gonna enjoy pleasuring them. Yeah. No doubt. I mean, I've never, came from eating a chick out, but that's. Yeah, I'll just say yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this video.
Because if the wifey drives, if she's giving head because she has to, we feel that shit. If the side bitch adores my dick, then of course I'm gonna wild out on her more. It comes down to the chick.
I guess.
Shout out to Brooklyn, but she pissed me off with that. I'm a man telling her a man's perspective of something, and she think I'm bullshit. Talking about some I'm a guess. That's still my girl, though. I fuck with Brooklyn, but anyway, let's hear her explanation.
I have talked to somebody and he was like, when it comes to like his main woman, he was like, I just feel like she's never gonna get like that side of me. Like when it comes to being super, super freaky, he's more reserved with his woman.
Now, see, I don't know. I'm the opposite. Because actually, a few weeks ago, I was thinking like, yo, like, say like a chick I've dated or whatever. Fine as hell, like, you know what I'm saying? Or just cool as hell, both. And I'm like, yo, like, if she had the capabilities and abilities of like my favorite eater, that's a bonus. Like, I don't look as like my girl being a freak is like a bad thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. No, that's not how I see it. But anyway, continue, please.
Did he say why?
He just hold her to a different standard. It's no different than some men out there who don't want their woman giving head.
Wait, to him?
Yo, y'all see my face? Look at my face when she said that. I've never heard that in my 30 years of living, that a man doesn't like receiving head. Now, if she scrapes it like a chipmunk, then that's different. I mean, he got to tell her at that point, or if she's bad at it. But look at my face. I couldn't believe what I heard. I couldn't believe what I heard. Are you kidding me? I couldn't believe it. Let's get to these comments real quick. Maybe not a full-blown orgasm, but would you be cool with just giving her head and nothing else? I've never done that, but would I be cool with it? Yes. I'm gonna be honest. Like, for me personally, like, that's how you can tell. Like, that's how a woman can tell if I like her. Like, if I give her head. Like, I like doing that shit to like a chick that I like. Like, that shit is intimate. That shit is dope. And then, like, I'm not freaking the LeBron James of giving a woman head, but you know, I'm all right. I'd like to think I've never had any complaints. So like on top of that, like seeing like how it make her feel good, like that makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I've never done it, just ate and left, but I wouldn't mind doing it to a chick that I like. Um, that's backwards to me. Men like that are superficial. What to? Are you saying like having a chick that they don't want to be freaky with? Yeah, that made no sense to me either. The county looking for that 198 sign. Hey, Dave, what up, baby? The count. Hey, you know what's crazy about this sign? Y'all may not be able to see it on IG. I don't know. What's it look like on IG? Is it full screen or is it like a third screen? Let's see. But anyway, my mom found that sign for me because it used to be. Oh, it's full screen on IG. Oh shit. What? Yo, I did not know it was full screen on IG. Wow, we got our caller. Wow. Thanks for calling Day or Night. Who's this and where you calling from? Oh, shit. Hold up. Wait. Hello? Hello? Caller, are you there? Bluffing ass. Call back if you for real. I did not know that y'all could see everything on IG. Do you know how excited I am right now? Yes, the 198 sign. Thanks for calling Day or Night. Who's this and where you calling from?
Hey, come on, man. Raw dog. Hey, straight from Miami. And the yams.
Raw Dog is calling from Miami, you said, right?
Hey, listen. I love Miami.
Raw
Come
Dog.
on, man.
The question of the day, are eaters essential to mankind? What's your answer?
Man, listen, man. Eaters are essential, man. Essential personnel. I'm talking about they get paid during the government shutdown, all that, man. They gonna relieve stress. They gonna let me go home with a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying?
That's actually a great point. That relieves stress. Yes.
Hey, listen. Here's the thing. A lot of women think they're great eaters, but I don't want you to be that, because the sloppiest, the nastiest eater, I would never wife you, because I know what you can do. I know what you're on.
So you're
but
saying?
A wife,
go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie to you, right? A lot of women they'll say, "Hey, I need a man to do this, do that, you know, and be about this." But the whole time we saying the same thing. A lot of the time, a woman can cook and clean, provide for you, but she not gonna eat.
Okay.
She's not gonna eat like that freak during the week.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You said you said you won't wife a good eater because she eats too good, and you think that she does that a lot, or she did it a lot to get experience to learn how to do it. Okay, so let me ask you this.
She's good at the craft.
Okay, so would you rather? Okay, since that's the case, which a lot of men may go down that route. If that's the case, would you wife a chick who is not an eater and doesn't enjoy doing that at all, or a chick who is good at it? Which one would you wife?
Brother, it all depends. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now here's the thing, because as a man, I said this earlier, it's kind of like it's a good thing to have a chick who maybe not be a good eater, but wants to. But she wants to, which means she's passionate doing it.
She got the aspiration.
Yes, the fucking aspiration. God damn it. Yes. Fucking Raw Dog.
I can work with that.
Yes.
I can work with that.
Yes.
I can work with that.
Now here's the thing, Raw Dog. You ready for this?
All right. I'm ready.
I got to be devil's advocate. That's too easy. Now, what if you have a chick who checks off every box on your list outside of eating, every box on your list, but she's not a good eater? Not only that, she says she doesn't like to do it. She's not looking forward to becoming a good eater. And if she does do it, she's doing it as a chore, and you can feel that.
Hey, brother, listen, to be honest with you, I'm going to be a great man until it comes to what Michael Irvin say, the IAN.
What's
Colombians,
what's an IAN?
Italians. Hey, Colombians, Brazilians, Italians. I'm going to be out the country.
So Asia's pulling your card. Asia said you don't know what you want.
Yeah. So Hey,
She
let
said,
Ayesha know.
are you that patient at this age to date somebody who doesn't know what they're doing?
Exactly.
Great question, Asia.
Exactly. Hey, exactly. How old are we? Right? That's the real question we got to get to. Hey, you better get on some site, YouTube. I don't care what you got to get on. You know, the wild tubes at this point,
But what
and
if she,
figure it out.
But what if she,
listen,
what if she learned
hey,
from one boyfriend? What if she learned how to eat from
hey,
one or
hey,
maybe two boyfriends in her whole life, and they were together for years, and that's how she got her suck game up? And then, like, are you still gonna be like, nah, you suck too good?
see, question gets difficult at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
So
raw dog.
it's going to be scenario based. So if I can sit there and say, you know what I'm saying, and she can check all the regular boxes, I might be able to put that to the side. Not gonna lie, I can put that to the side. We'll get around that. We'll get through it. You know what I'm saying? Now, unwilling, see, then we're gonna have some questions. If I'm a man at the end of the day, if I got to learn how to fix shit on YouTube, I'm gonna watch some YouTube. So if you got to learn how to do better, you better look online.
Yeah,
internet is free.
A lot of women, they learn from their friends as well. Like, I had a homegirl who said one of her homegirls taught her how to.
And that's the thing. I love friends of freaks, but you can't wife them, brother, because you know what they do. You've seen them in that environment.
Yeah.
You know what goes down.
Yeah. I got you.
I might be in that situation right now. I'm not going to say if I am or not, but
in what situation? Could you elaborate? In what situation?
Let's just say you're in the lion's den and things get ate.
All right.
We'll just leave it up there.
All right, cool. I got you. Well, listen, we got to get to our next caller. But got to get to our next caller. But Raw Dog, I appreciate your input. Wait, Asia said, but he don't want an eater, question mark, LMAO. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Raw Dog. It's slight confusion because you said you want an eater, but you don't want a chick that gives off that she's good at eating. But then you said it's cool if she learns from social media, YouTube or her friends. But then what if she tells you that's where she learned it from? Are you going to believe her?
Hey, how about we do this? Let me and Asia meet, and we can go down about some things, and we'll see how we can go about that.
This nigga is drunk in Miami.
Asia, I love you, baby. DM me. DM me.
I'm gonna holler at you, bro. I'm gonna holler at you. All right. Hey, shoot or shoot. Asia, you heard what the man said. I'll leave that between y'all. All right. Let's get back to this video. Again, look at my face when she said, matter of fact, let's rewind it to why my face even did that.
It's no different than some men out there who don't want their woman giving head.
Wait, to him?
He said he don't like to see her like that. Like the person that I just stopped dealing with, he wasn't a big head fan either. Like he'll give me head, but like he just never seemed into head like that. Like if I was giving him head, I had to initiate that. He was never gonna initiate that. He never did.
Brooklyn, I to this day I still rock with Brooklyn. We still cool as hell. That's my peoples. So I'm gonna keep it a buck with her. This goes back to what I said before. If we have to initiate every single time an eater, then at that point it feels like it's a job. Feel like it's a task. Feel like we're asking you to turn in your homework, and we don't want to do that because it's no love, it's no passion in it. Now, Brooklyn, I got love for you, but this clip told me that the dude that she's speaking about, he never asked her because she wasn't eater-esque. At least wasn't passionate about doing it. And again, if it's no passion behind it, I don't want my girl to eat me up neither if there's no passion behind it. But that may lead to something else.
And some men head fan either. Like he'll give me head, but like he just never seemed into head like that. Like if I was giving him head, I had to initiate that. He was never gonna initiate that. He never did.
The sucks is the bee's knees. I don't know. I don't know what.
Everybody different. Some people not
everyone's
into
different.
head.
Everyone's different.
Like I got some.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. So
Some niggas is more freaks with they side.
How was this? Oh, my bad. I gotta do this. I'm still getting used to this shit. All right, but anyway, that was good. Shout out to Brooklyn again for the episode. Let's see what y'all talking about in the comments. Yeah, Asia. He pretty much I don't know. I don't know. He pretty much shot his shot. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Are eaters essential to mankind? Because like I just said, that was perfect what she just said. She felt like he didn't like it because he never initiated. That's because if we feel like it's a chore, we're not gonna ask. Again, it's a different level of love that comes from a woman that thoroughly enjoys, what was the word? Is passionate about. I forgot the word that he said earlier, but he was on point. But you want to know who to ask if eaters are essential to life or not? This man right here, Freaky Bill fucking Clinton.
I say go.
Wait. Bomb drop. This is all the proof you need right here as to are eaters essential to mankind. For those who don't know, I'll break this down. Many people call Bill Clinton one of the greatest presidents of all time. He was a president in the 90s, and there was a scandal. Of course, he had Hillary Clinton. That's who's the woman in the photo. And this photo comes from a press conference after it came out that Bill Clinton was having sexual relations with a secretary or some shit called Monica Lewinsky. He's married to Hillary at the time, but he was getting ate up by Monica Lewinsky, and it's even a famous dress that he shot on at one point and everything. That's the point of this photo. This is Bill Clinton we're talking about. This is Hillary Clinton. I'm not gonna lie, Hillary in this photo, she look all right. I would dip my toe in that snow. Not the whole foot, just the toe. She look all right here. Hillary was cool back in the day. That was his wife. But he got caught up messing with an eater at the Oval Office. This is a president of the United States we're talking about. This is all you need to know as far as are eaters essential to mankind. And the photo, him pointing, he's lying and saying, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. He lied. It came out that was the truth. Now, look how Hillary looking at him. Hillary looking at him like, I know this motherfucker is not shit. I know he ain't shit. I know he lying. She knew he was lying. Look how she looking at him. She looking at him, this motherfucker, this ain't shit ass motherfucker got me in this bullshit. But this is a professional woman that we're talking about. She doesn't give eater energy, or else he wouldn't have had Monica. Matter of fact, let's take a look at Monica. This is Monica. That's Lewinsky. This photo in the Oval Office where it went down. This photo is hilarious. He's smiling like, all right, listen, let's not do too much. I ain't gonna show too much, Chief. I'm gonna just give a little. Nah. She has a big mouth. She has a big mouth. She's giving eater. Look at listen. Look at this photo. This is the wifey. This is Hillary. All right, nice business suit type thing. She's standing there proper, and this is the eater. She's happy to be there. She's happy to be there. Bill was bored by Hillary and needed a freak hoe like Monica. Men have needs too. You know what, AB? That's the second comment you left that is so on point. Oh, that's just a lack of self-control. Is it though? Asia, you earlier said that eaters are essential to mankind. Is it a lack of self-control? Hillary wasn't an eater. Does this picture look like an eater? No, but this picture damn sure do. She has a trench coat on with nothing underneath. I guarantee. He got put on the spot. She the type of freak that like blowing up the spot just to make it hot, because that's like, you know what I'm saying, like more dangerous, sneaky type shit. She pulled up, trench coat, nothing underneath, like, hey, Bill, let's take this photo. And he like, oh, shit, bitch, you trying to get me caught up. That's that grin that he got. She looked like a cold freak in the Oval Office. Hillary wasn't eating. So, ladies, I just say all that to say, listen, I know a lot of women today, it's more unmarried women, especially in the black community, more than ever. A lot of women want to be married. I'm not saying you have to be an eater to get married, but I'm saying, listen, you're going to have to be an eater if you want to be if you want to at least contribute towards a happily marriage. Now, what a man has to do, y'all can say that in the comments. I'm not here to say that. I'm talking about eaters. The point of today, the question of the day is, are eaters essential to mankind? Ask former president of the United States, Bill Clinton, if eaters are essential to mankind. These two photos are all you need, ladies and gentlemen. The non-eater and the eater. There's nothing under that trench coat. I'm willing to bet money that she did that shit because she wanted it to be hot and sneaky. We shouldn't be doing this. It's nothing underneath that. Yes, Lord. What up, bro? Hey, shout out to Yes, Lord, man. Met him today. He recognized me from the pod. Tapped in. He has a clothing brand. Make sure y'all check him out. I'm looking forward to rocking some of your stuff on the show, man. Bill, he was bored. She was insecure. They're essential, so marry one. I thought eaters were gender neutral here. Yeah, they are. I didn't know what you were talking about. That's why I said that. Eaters are gender neutral. Ladies, could you marry a man who doesn't eat you? Woo! Damn. What are we doing here? You know what's crazy? That's actually the real life of maybe a lot of married couples. I don't know, but that's the real deal life of some people out here. Some couples and married people out here. I'm so happy that IG is showing both right now. Like, y'all don't understand how ecstatic I am. Because at first it was just one part, so you couldn't see everything. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That is so dope. But anyway, ladies, could you be with a man that doesn't eat? I feel like women have it harder in that aspect than men. I feel like I know what you mean, Asia, but please elaborate. What do you mean when you say that you feel that some women have it harder in the having a eater department than some men? I feel like I know what you're saying when you say that, because a lot of women say that some women say they don't even like receiving head just because the man isn't good off of doing it. So is that what you're talking about? Please break that down. What time is it? It's 10. All right, we're going on an hour and 5 minutes. Good timing, folks. Good timing. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all are just showing that we all in the same boat. We ain't got shit to do on Friday night. And it's getting colder out, so it's fall. It's that nice chilly fall weather. I love this shit. But YouTube and IG, we're not on Twitch tonight. I forgot to set that up. But YouTube and IG, truly appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Glad there's no technical difficulties. Everything looks and sounds good. God, I'm so happy everything is showing on IG. Because, like, it wasn't doing that at first. It was only showing, like, God, I really like this. All right, Danielle. What up, Danielle? Yes, most men don't know what they're doing anyway, so it wouldn't matter to me. And I hear that from a lot of women. A lot. And I'd like to ask women that have had similar experiences where they're not too fond upon receiving head from a man because he's not good at it. I would like to ask, are you teaching this man? Or do you just expect him to know? Asia said, yes, I feel like it's easier to teach a woman how to please a man than vice versa. A lot of men think they're good and are trash. Asia, Danielle, are y'all telling these men from past experiences that they're no good? And if so, are y'all teaching them? Because let's just be honest. As far as good sucks, it's like 3 things that you have to do. Open your mouth wide, no teeth. A lot of spit, and make love to the whole thing, not just the tip. That, in a nutshell, it's more smaller details. But as far as women, I mean, it's, focus on y'all. Let's see, I don't want to get flagged on YouTube. It's focus on the pearl, but different women like different things. So some women like circles, some women like a light switch, some women like going inside while doing that. Like, it's different intricacies. So do y'all explain? Not about to teach nobody at this age. So sorry. I can tell you what I like personally, but you got to have the basics. That's what I'm talking about. So and that's what I'm talking about. I get the same issue as far as women saying we don't like it because this, but then on the backhand side, I always ask, well, are you teaching the man? No, he should know. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's backwards. At least and I understand the basics, but some men don't even know the basics. Some men don't know the basics. Some men just think just putting their mouth down there is getting the job done. Break it down. Break it down. And I'm loving this the input y'all are giving, ladies. You know something. I mean, you know, I might know a little.
You so freaky.
Wait.
Sensational.
I might know a little, you know what I mean? I know a little something. Like I said, I'm not the freaking Tom Brady of it, but but anyway, I expect him to know, and if it's not good, then he won't be paying his lips back on it. He won't be putting his lips back on it. You cannot tell a man what to do. They are too prideful. Some dudes don't have the basics though, yes. Yes to both, but it still be trash. Dudes don't listen. At this age, you don't know the basics, and it's because he's selfish and don't want to. The first sound worked too. What did I?
You some freaky ass nigga.
You funny as shit, Asian. All right, so y'all expect a man to at least know the basics. Well, I mean, based off of the stories that I hear from a lot of women, a lot of men don't know the basics. So, I mean, if y'all don't want to at least change that some way, somehow, at some point, then cool. But, I mean, I don't know. I think that is no hurt in at least spending about 30 seconds breaking down the basics to the man, and at that point, seeing what he does. Me, unfortunately for me, as a kid, I've always been the type of kid and teen that, like, jumped off the porch. And what I mean by that, like, I was like a daredevilish cowboy type dudes. I'm not talking about just sex. I'm just talking about my perspective on life in general. I did a lot of wild shit, like, to the point now where I'm so chill now. Like, I did a lot of shit. Like, I just tried shit that maybe you know what I mean? Like, so, like, even, you know what I'm saying, in the sexual department as a teen, like, I was just down there just licking, not knowing what I was doing. But then I asked, like, what the fuck, what do y'all like? And then a woman broke it down, and I kept trying it from that point. Was I bad at first? Yes. But the repetitions got me better. So maybe if y'all at least let him get at least break it down to where he can get some repetitions, and if not on you, then someone else, if he comes back to you, then it'll be better. But nah, y'all think we selfish. Some dudes may be too selfish or have too much pride to go down that route. I don't know. No, for real, I won't be around long enough to teach them. You ever ask somebody to scratch your back and they keep scratching right next to what you like, and you move the hand and they moved it back? Wow. Have you ever asked somebody to scratch your back and they keep scratching right next to what itches, and you moved the hand to what itches, but they moved it right back? Now, see, that's different. If someone's doing that, then yeah, they don't deserve it. If they're doing that, that's pride. That's pride. What did that get on your nerves? Yes, that's different. See, I remember one chick a couple years ago I was dealing with who used teeth. She was a chipmunk. She used teeth. And I broke it down. I was like, yo, use teeth. She's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. What? Just try to open your mouth a little bit more. I think that'll help. And she corrected it. Now, if she would have been like, oh my God, my bad, and went right back to using teeth, then yeah, that would have been not the first and last time, but it would not have happened again. So I get that. That was a great point, Asia. That was a great analogy. Have you ever asked somebody to scratch your back and they keep scratching right next to what itches, and you moved their hand and they moved it back? Damn, that's bars. That's bars. Sorry that happened. To whatever did that.
This is a sick Negro.
I don't know. That's unexcusable. That's very unexcusable. But I mean, I hear a lot of stories that it happens, so I don't know the exact reason for why, that happens with a lot of men, but it does. For whatever reason, it does. I don't know. Yikes, that is crazy. That is really crazy. But anyway, so what's the alternative then, ladies? Do y'all just be like, fuck it, and just go about not being pressed for receiving head? Because I think based off of the reaction that women get from receiving good fellatio from a man, I think women are deserving of it. So don't sell yourself short. What's the alternative? Ladies, don't sell yourself short. What's the alternative? I'm for y'all. I want it for y'all. What's the alternative? Find a man who knows what they're doing. But if it's such a needle in a haystack, then And then you keep, okay, find a man who knows what they're doing. What if you come across a dude, you give him an opportunity, but he doesn't know what he's doing? But then you do that 10 more times and you're just like, all right, fuck it at this point. Why not just that person from the rip, just get him right? Instead of going 10 times with 10 different men, why don't you teach the first one? He has 10 times to practice on you. By the 11th time, it's fireworks. Why not do that? Why not do that? At 30. I'm telling you, I speak to women in their 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, early 40s, who they all say the same thing. So the man never had an opportunity to practice. I don't know. At 30, you tell me. And let's do 27 to 35. Men 27 to 35. Have you found more that did know what they were doing, or didn't know what they were doing? I don't think the age thing really, because there's a lot of dudes in their 30s that don't know based off of the stories that I hear from y'all. You mean to tell me I have to open up my throat and make my eyes water, and you only want to give me the bare minimum? Fuck out of here, buddy. And rubbing the teeth gently at the top of the head. Oh, you talking about old girl from the story? All right, so you tell me. Again, AB, it sounds like you know what you're doing in that department. So, and it sounds like you thoroughly enjoy doing it. So if I'm receiving that, then I really want to reciprocate that energy to you. And if I know I'm not the best out the gate, then I would really appreciate it if you told me what I could do to make the most out of the opportunity for you, because I want to give that experience to you, because I'm appreciative of it. Because would he give me 10 times? Yes, I said it in the beginning of the show. Having an eater, a man having an eater is essential in the long game, yes. But also, if we have a woman who's not an eater, but she is passionate about becoming one, passionate about doing such to him, then that automatically makes you better, because you're going to take heed to all the details I tell you that will make it better. And if you're passionate, you're going to make love to it. It automatically boosts you up about 3 points on the scale out of 1 to 10. If you're a 4 and you're passionate about it, you're going to be a 7. I only got to tell you one time, don't use your teeth. I only got to tell you one time, the whole thing, the shaft as well, not just the whole thing. And if you're really passionate about it, you're going to go to the gooch. That's what I'm saying. If you're passionate about it, you're going to go to the extreme, which makes a woman a better eater out the gate. She's going to want to take heed to all the things that I tell her to make it better. Now, role reverse. As a man, if a man wants to genuinely be a good eater to a woman, he's going to be passionate. He wants to be passionate about making it better for her. So if you point out some small details, then he's gonna get it together sooner or later. Unless he's just a bonehead. Unless he's the dude that you were talking about, Ayesha, that scratches in the spot that's right next to the spot that's really itching. I honestly feel like if you genuinely want to please your partner, you would kind of observe their responses and change it until they see what works, paired with talking about it before and after. That's a great point. Yes, the reaction, yes, because one thing I do like about a woman's body during is because y'all body doesn't lie. Y'all body does not lie. So that's a good point. That's a good point. But I don't know. Maybe some people just aren't that observant. I'm just going based off of what women have told me, and I'm playing devil's advocate. So, then you're not for me if I have to tell you I'm in my 30s, not 22, big on matching sexual energy. Yes, I always say matching freakiness is important. Like you said, we all know what pleases the opposite gender, so why do we need to have a whole class? At this point, old girl is dried up. No, I said I said I kind of know. I don't think everyone knows. If you don't got that by now, you better go find Virgin Mary so y'all can learn together. That doesn't sound fun. I don't know. Some people just didn't have that much experience in their 20s, I guess. And that's why, like I was big on, like, I knew I was a fool. I mean, not a fool. I knew I was bad when I first started having sex. I knew I was bad. I knew I was trash, garbaggio. But I didn't want to stay in that lane. I did not want to stay in that lane. Wait, hold on. How did we get here? Shit, I love sucking toes. Getting bad head doesn't sound fun. No, it's not. It's not fun. You know when head is bad? when she just starts and you be like, all right, come on, let bend over. Yeah. When it's like 2 minutes in and you cut it off. Like that's bad. We be like, all right, you know what? All right, let's just cause it's nothing like it, man. It's nothing like the sucks. Do y'all hear me? It's nothing like it. And this picture on the screen is the perfect case in point. It's nothing. It the president of the United States couldn't even deny what I'm saying. Look at the screen, y'all. Look at this eater on screen. It's nothing like it. Now, does every session have to have the sucks involved? Nah. Does every chick have to be a eater that you have sex with? No. But I think, as a man who knows the power of the sucks, if you're talking about the long run, then a woman that cooks and is an eater automatically makes it that much easier for it to last. But what do I know? What does President Bill, what do I know? The president, God damn it, the whole president just went through this shit, but what do I know? Huh? What do I know? Shit, I love sucking toes. Yeah, I'm cool with feet. I'm not a foot fetish type dude. Like I'm not obsessed with feet, but I've had my, I don't mind feet. I like massaging feet. I like rubbing feet. I've sucked a toe from here and there. The wildest shit I ever did, I ain't gonna hold y'all. The wildest shit I ever did.
You some freaky ass nigga.
This was a couple years ago. I was with this one chick. I was off the goddamn Henny. That Henny, man. Anyway, I was off the Henny. And I was hitting it and I licked the bottom of her foot. That was the wildest foot shit I've ever done. The next day I had a sore throat. It was bad. Anyway. See what y'all talking about. Again, don't let both be bad. Oh my God. It's getting good. Is getting good head really that rare for men? Are you saying like is a man receiving good head from a woman that rare? I assume that's what you're saying. If I had to put it in a ratio, as far and yeah, I've always, not always, but since I was about in my early 20s, I've dealt with older women like in the late 20s, early to mid 30s. So it's rare to find a woman in her 30s that doesn't give at least above exceptional head. But I mean, it's some that don't. If it's as far as good head, like a eater, like at least a 8 out of 10, I would say ratio, I would say out of every, I would say it's like 1 out of every 4. Because there's some that just, don't. I would say it's 1 out of 4. I think 1 out of 4 is an appropriate ratio. Fellas, let me know what y'all think. Does 1 out of 4 sound about right? 1 out of 4, every chick is a good eater? I think it's 1 out of 4. I think that's good. I think that's a good ratio. But anyway, shout out to everyone tuning in. We started out the show giving our condolences to D'Angelo. Shout out to D'Angelo. Shout out to not shout out to D'Angelo, but prayers for the family of D'Angelo for passing away. Same year that Angie Stone passed back in March, I believe, so, they share a child. So shout out to the dude, child, prayers, condolences to him and the family. We spoke about Ayesha Curry. Not every woman is meant to be a wife. Not every person is meant to be everything. Not every man is meant to be a husband. Some men are meant to be tricks. Some women are meant to be mistresses, side chicks, eaters, sex workers. We need all of it. It's all important for the ecosystem. And then we shouted out the Freak of the Week. Cardi B reacted to her video on a podcast, which led to our question of the day: are eaters essential to mankind? And yes, I think we've realized both from the responses from both men and women that yes, they are essential to mankind. So Shout out to the eaters out there. Y'all help the world go round. For all the women who are married and eating their husband, hey, thumbs up. Keep doing what you're doing. Shout out to everybody tuning in, whether you tuned in on YouTube or IG. Shout out to my dog Biz. Shout out to Bizzle, man. Bizzle, what up? Nothing But Discussion podcast. Make sure that y'all tune into them. That's my dog right there. Yes, Lord Brand for tuning in earlier. Make sure y'all tap in with him. He's based out of South Carolina, I believe. Met him today out here in Charlotte. Real cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to rocking some of his stuff on the show. That's another thing. Listen, man, with Day at Night, like I said, I've been hesitant on this because I felt that I had to stick to my regular podcast format from before. And, this I thoroughly enjoy this more. So I actually want to get this to where I have people in the studio. Right here next to me on this side of my room is a couch. If you've ever seen the Q&A show, Q sits right here when we do our football talk show. It's a couch right here. So I want to turn this into an experience. If you're ever looking to come in and do this in person, shoot me an IG, DM, shoot me a text, whatever. My next episode, I'm going to try to get Portia the Pleaser on here. Matter of fact, let's see if I can do this. No, I want to do, okay, this is, all right, boom. Can y'all hear that? No, I don't even think. You know what? I got to figure that out at another time. I don't know how to do that. But anyway, I'm going to try to get Portia on here next week. And Friday nights is Freaky Friday. Rolo's, what up? Hey, shout out to Rolo's Wings. Shout out to Rolo's Wings out here on Charlotte, which goes with what I was just about to say. I'm looking to rock people's clothing lines. If people have things that they want me to, if they want to sponsor Day at Night moving forward, pretty much how it's going to go is Friday nights is going to be Freaky Fridays, and we're going to talk about grown folk stuff because we know what happens at night.
Freaks come out at night. What? Freaks come out at night.
So, this is going to be a true late night talk show format as far as Fridays. Now, Mondays is going to be more so sports talk. I'm going to talk a lot about football, recapping what happened that Sunday. But Friday is going to be Freaky Friday. So I'm looking to get some sponsors for this thing. I'm looking to wear people's clothing brands on the show. I'm really looking to give back while doing these lives. And, really make it for people tuning in, make it for the community. Rolo's Wings, you know what I'm saying? If you want me to try some Rolo Wings on the show, I would actually love to do that. To this day, probably definitely the best salmon and fish that I've had in Charlotte. Oh my God, Rolo's Wings seafood is amazing. And then their chicken is good too. Then they put that crack on top of it. Oh man, I might have to tap in with y'all. Matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it. But shout out to Rolo's Wings. But yeah, man, I'm looking to, really tap in with brands, businesses, especially out here in Charlotte. Charlotte has done nothing but showed me so much love since I moved out here a few years ago. And my regular format with the podcast, that's what really took off and built my brand. I was interviewing people throughout Charlotte, whether they were, just people just chilling, whether it was someone with a brand, artist, famous people, musicians, whatever may have you. So yeah, man, I'm looking to, do that moving forward with Day at Night. Like I said, Friday's going to be Freaky Friday. It's really going to be grown folk talk. Monday's going to be more so sports based, football and everything. So yeah, man, I'm looking to take this to the next level. I'm going to still do my regular podcast format this week, and I'm actually interviewing No Limit Larry. So all of my Charlotte folk know who that is. He's pretty much like the Funk Flex of Charlotte. No Limit Larry I'm interviewing this week. And I think as far as like the interview formats that I've done before, I'm only going to do like once a month. That's not going to be weekly or bi-weekly like I used to do. That's only going to be like once a month. But this right here is, transition into the bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you have like a creation or a baby or a product or a brand, you have to be able to adapt, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine like those companies that once the internet came out, they wanted to stick to magazines and catalog. I'm pretty sure a lot of them lost business because they didn't want to adapt. Even with social media, when social media came out, I don't need social media. They didn't want to adapt. And even now with AI, companies not utilizing AI don't want to adapt. They'll probably be lost in the sauce at the end of the day. So that's all it is, man. They just had to adapt. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that live stream, but what I wanted to do was bring live stream meets podcast meets radio. That's why I have people calling in. You know what I'm saying? And this is still going to go to my podcast channel, Day by Day Podcast. It's just going to be under the Day at Night format. And then what I say, live stream, podcast, and radio. Yeah, people call in. But like I said, moving forward, I want to be able to have people inside here. So next week, I'm going to try to get Portia on here. She's going to be on the couch right here. I'm going to have the camera on here as well. You're going to have a screen with the camera on her, and we still can have people call in and all that. Look at some Q&A episodes just to get a perspective of what it looks like when someone's in here on the couch. It's lit. I have it set up. You know what? It's just going to get done. Let me stop talking about it. That's one thing I need is that's one thing that I, you know what I'm saying, I always tell myself. Like, I talk about it sometimes, but I just make shit happen, man. Manifest it, speak it into existence, and go for that shit, man. But listen, everybody tuning in, whether you're watching on IG or watching on YouTube, whatever may have you, I truly appreciate y'all for tuning into the show. Everyone who called in, shout out to Markel who called in. Shout out to Raw Dog for calling in. Shout out to everyone leaving comments. Asia, AB, Nadi, everyone else in between. Truly appreciate y'all. We about to get up out of here. It's Friday. Enjoy y'all weekend. Make sure that y'all stay safe, stay sane, but most importantly, stay blessed. We out. Peace. Matter of fact, I want to get I played this earlier. This was actually a good song. I want to play this joint right here.
I'd like to introduce.
Hold up, play this joint. We out. Hold up. This gonna be my intro and outro. Is it playing? Ladies and gentlemen, Day at Night reporting live. 9 p.m. We here next week. Talk to me. Woo! Hour and a half, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, your host, Day by Day. Y'all be safe, man. We out.